get some people in. Hey, Andrew, we see you. We're gonna meet you on the stage in a few. We're just letting people in. Hello, DJ Pat. How are you?
Hey, good evening. Pretty good. How are you?
Doing great. We're just letting people come in. We got our mods ready. Race music. How's it going? Mike Rosales.
Oh, we got
We're gonna,
people already.
yes, we're gonna start soon. We're just gonna let people in. Walk through the doors. Get in the front seat. It's gonna be hot today. Hot, hot, hot. We got a lot of surprise guests today. They're on the backstage right now waiting, putting their makeup on. We'll let them soon. Let them in soon.
It's amazing how virtually there's a green room
The virtual green room.
and there's a backstage virtually.
There's a virtual green room and there's also a virtual bathroom. So
There's ways to click on stuff and move
yep,
people.
yep. They're putting on their makeup on. All right, let's get 2 minutes and we can get started. DJ Pat.
We got people in the chat. Edwin, good morning. Mr.
Hey,
Latinhouse getting ready to come on the stage.
yeah. Uh, Andrew, we dances once, also on the backstage, so we're gonna let him in soon. All right, I guess we can start. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the guys next door. There are gonna be three of us today. Our third co-host is on his way. Gus cannot make it, but you have to deal with just me and DJ Pat for now. Welcome for the third episode of The Guys Next Door. Hello, hello. We're celebrating episode 3. Woo! Um, We're here to dive into more engaging and hopefully hilarious and downright brilliant conversation for this episode. If you've been with us from the start, thank you for being part of this growing community. We're averaging about 20 viewers, which is amazing. At the same time, surprising. We won't be here without you guys. Salute to all of you who's been supporting this show. Salute to all our neighbors. So DJ Pat, I think we're gonna call everybody our the neighbors, right? Because it's a neighborhood. Everybody is our neighbor, so that's where we're gonna be calling everybody.
That's exactly what the show is about.
Yeah,
We figured coming from neighborhood roots growing up, and we can't all be close together. So let's do it here in this platform, and that is
yes,
Twitch. Yeah. So
ab-
I'm happy that people are coming in.
yeah, absolutely, and it's a growing neighborhood, right? So just like your neighbors, you pass by down the street, you say hi, you chat, you walk your dog. We talk about a lot of things, so that's what we're here for. So we're gonna talk a lot of hopefully spicy stuff with our guest. So damn, the past few weeks we got a lot of follows on Instagram and Twitch. So surprisingly, hopefully they're gonna be looking for this show every Monday. So hashtag TGND, um, the guys next door. So if you're just joining the party, it's the first time here, buckle up because you're in for a ride. For our new viewers here in the guys next door, we talk about everything about Twitch, about the neighborhood. Today we got some topics about raid trains, how you go build a raid train, how you jump in the raid train, and crazy stories about how people goes into raid train, and our special guest will help us make those conversations really good. So
Yeah,
without
yeah. We got guests who are pretty much veterans of running these things. So we are the young ones in the
Yeah,
age.
we're excited. Yeah.
So we're gonna get a lot from these guys, and hopefully you can please get your questions ready. Put it on your notes there, and get ready to send it on the chat here,
Yeah,
and we'll make sure to read it to our guests.
I took a peek on the backstage. I saw Mr. Lattenhouse doing the jab Rocky style, so i think
Oh wow,
i think i think he's ready.
wow.
I'm scared, I'll be honest with you. So it's gonna be fun though. So without further ado, again, the start the show. We are the guys next door, where talk is cheap and the laughs are priceless. As always, I got DJ Pat on this as a co-host. He's our resident go-to everything. I should start calling you Dr. Pat instead of DJ Pat, because when I ask something, I text and called DJ Pat, and he always have the right answer for
I
me.
I don't always have the right answer, but I'm ready to help.
There you go. So I'll give you his number if you need it. So that's DJ Pat. We don't have Gus Musoko type mode today. I think he still has a hangover from the Mariah Carey concert that he went to over the weekend. Yeah, he can't make it, but we do have another guest. He's running late. I'm not sure from the guys from Chicago or like that, but I see Mr. Lethouse on time. So we'll introduce him later when he gets into in the show. But let's start. So, Pat, Dr. Pat, how's your weekend? What happened in your weekend? Just curious.
Yeah, no, I'll talk about the week. We started with a great episode Monday. So
Okay,
to recap, we had two DJs who pretty much started this thing, and they were the first people we caught on Twitch,
right.
and tickled us to do the same thing. They pretty much answered a lot of questions. Um, they uh, we asked them about backseat DJs. We asked them about the sync button, and we also had a conversation about spreadsheets versus Raid Pal or Raid tools you can use. So that was a great episode. We will try to. We are gonna set up a podcast page so that people can rewatch or rehear all of our episodes. So
That's
that's
great.
on the books for 2024. Hopefully, we can launch in January and have those episodes. You can recall and listen to them on your favorite podcast platform. So, well, that was Monday, and the whole week it was just cold here in Michigan. So, pretty much outside of work, it's staying home and getting ready for this week's episode. But I just came back from a basketball game for my youngest son. It was a pretty
Nice.
close game, 3 point loss, really.
Ah, that's well, that's always been fun, watching the kids, all my kids play basketball. That's great though. I know it's cold, it's hard for people to get out, but I will say though, Sunday NBHD raid train was hot. So let's talk about the raid train yesterday. The raid train yesterday was DJ Federico, the 2K celebration. So that was a lineup. Vibe was pretty much on point the whole day. Started with a lot of bangers, and then all the way at the end. If you look at the lineup, wow, that's a solid lineup. Tech Room, Solar Live, um, pretty much waking up early to start for his brother, DJ Federico Z. We got a lot of other newcomers on NBHD that rocked it. And it's pretty solid. We got two partners yesterday, two partners on the rate train. That's solid.
I don't know if that's happened before, but um, that is rare. But I'm gonna tell you something. There's one DJ who is not a partner, but is a legit
No, we're
legend.
taking her.
He's a legit legend in house music, Chicago house music. Speaking of, well, Mr. Latin House is here. Um, Stacy Kidd was on our. I was surprised
Yes.
to see him uh,
Yeah.
play a classic Chicago house set. That was the 3 o'clock hour. Grammy member, um,
Grammy. Wow.
three-time gold album. So 1.5 million sold in terms of tracks.
Yeah.
And he collabed with a lot of DJs, including Crystal Waters, which probably the most popular among for our audience. So
Oh,
it was great.
wow.
Stacy Kid. Let's get him back. Whoever recruited him, thank you for having him here.
I think yeah,
Yeah,
I think that was Fed, and of course Boy G, our recruitment, department headed by Boy G. Salute to you, brother. That's great. And maybe we can get him back with Mike Freak. So two NBHD
oh,
fam that
that's great.
actually collaborated with Crystal Water. So that's awesome. Like I said, it's Fed's 2K follower. We're honored that you celebrate on NBHD. What a feat. Congrats. And I know um, DJ Fed and Caramella, the mod has something to say about NBHD, and we'll probably save that for a next episode. But talk about love form on Twitch, right? Who needs Match.com or AdultFinder.com if you have NBHD, right?
Ah,
So these
yeah,
two met in NBHD. We're gonna save that for the next episode. The story how those two kind of met through NBHD, but it's a crazy story. So
that's funny that you compared Twitch with some of these dating sites. Let's ask the audience. Boy G, if you're here, can you put it on the poll? Is can Twitch replace Adult Friend Finder? Yes or no, and have the audience answer that because I think it's a legitimate place to meet people. So for all you single people, hang out the NBHD on Sundays. You'll meet people. So
all you need to do
yeah,
is tune in on Sundays on NBHD. Who knows the love of your life, like Fed
okay.
and Carmela.
Looks like Boy G has said okay, so it's gonna be on your Twitch platform, or if you're on your phone, it's gonna be easy to vote yes or no. Can Twitch replace AdultFriendFinder.com?
That's awesome. Yeah. Go on Sundays if you want to do dating. You don't need to go to the bar. Go on Sundays, in your PJs or whatever. You're gonna meet somebody. Just tune into NBHD H28 Ray Train. All right, so now we talk about the Ray Train. Let's DJ Pat. Let's introduce our guest. Right.
Yes, you go
So
ahead. I'm gonna look for a proper audio.
yes.
Yes.
So the two of our guests are, I would say, big in Twitch, especially when we talk about raid trains. Two of these guys, I both love them. They've been a big supporter, the big supporter, big supporter of NBHD. So without further ado, QN. I would like to introduce our first guests. I'm gonna both introduce them on the stage right now. Probably gonna see them. So cue in the music, DJ Pat. So all right. So the first guest that we have is from Chicago, right? The guy's known for creating like 100-day raid train. No, multi-day raid train. I don't know how he does it, but the guy behind Battle of the Decades, the one and only Mr. Latin House. Hello, brother. How are you?
How you guys doing?
Welcome,
Hey.
welcome, my brother.
Hi, how's it going, buddy? How's the weather in Chicago?
It's beautiful outside.
Beautiful for you is like too cold?
A balmy
Well, I'm
22
in
probably.
shorts. Well, actually, I got no pants on right now, so
You never
Nice.
have pants on.
there's a plane flying over right now. But no, it's actually 48 degrees right now. It's nice outside, so
We
Nice.
consider that nice up here in the Midwest. I know, Andrew. We haven't introduced you. You're also from the Midwest. So
Originally, yeah.
Yeah.
So I know what the crap is like. No, thank you. You guys enjoy your snow, enjoy your cold. I'll be sipping a cocktail.
good. I
oh,
hope
look
it
at that
snows.
ice. There's ice in his drink.
Yes, sir. That's the only ice you're gonna find around here.
So, well, let's introduce our second guest. Our second guest, the man behind the famous WDA1.com station, playing 24/7 since 2001.
Yep, that's about right.
Mr. Peace, previously from Pismo Beach.
Very
Right?
good. Very good. And I even brought bugs along for you. Let's
We
see.
have
Hang
something.
on.
Oh, you have it. Yes.
There you go.
There you
and this guy, I'm just waiting for him to visit me so I can cook for him because
Yes.
every time that he plays on NBC Raid Train, I'm actually cooking on Sundays for the family.
And Grace will sit there and tell me about it and how good it smells and how good it's gonna taste. And like, I got to make it over to Philly.
Well, thank you both of you guys for joining this. Hopefully, it's going to be a good experience for you guys. But this shenanigans, so we started.
Oh, wait
this,
a minute. This is not a singles website. That's why I came here.
Well,
He's been rejected by every other singles website. He figured he'd come here
Yeah, I
too.
figured let me try my. I thought this was like
We
Filipina.com
yeah,
or
we-
something.
We were just
Oh,
talking,
wait.
yeah,
I-
we were just
I
talking
do
about
have-
dating sites. So we
Mr.
might
Lat-
this might turn into
Please, I do not need no damn woman right now. Trust me.
well, I'll wait for my questions later.
Yeah, no, I don't need no headache right now. Trust me.
Well, thanks, guys. So we're here. I want you guys to introduce yourself first, and before we go to the spicy details of some of the questions that we have. So, let's start with Andrew. Andrew, tell our viewers who's We Dance as One.
Oh hell! I got started at DJing. Actually, I've been in radio all my life since like the early '80s. And that's what sort of got me into music. And when I was old enough to sneak into clubs, I found my way just into a DJ booth eventually. That just sort of happened. And that's just something that went on. I balanced radio and club work for most of my life until I skipped the clubs. Early 2000s was when I started launching We Dance as One online. It's an online radio station at WDA1.com. House music 24/7. And we simulcast a lot of our Twitch shows there as well. And so I've done that for years. I still do voice work for radio stations all over the country right now. But mainly, I do that here from home. But mainly, I'm really enjoying. I fell into Twitch by accident about 3 years ago, actually just before the pandemic. I had been doing a weekly just mix show on my web stream for years on Saturday nights for like 10, 15 years. And I had a friend back east who's like, oh, would love to hang out with you again. She used to hang out with me at the DJ booth back east. And so I said, let me find some sort of video platform. We'll figure something out. Tried Facebook for a while, but they kept booting you off. And then I found Twitch, and I was on that for about a year or so before I even realized what the hell you could actually do on Twitch. I was just like one bad camera, terrible lighting. I had no emotes, nothing. I actually became affiliate long before I knew I was affiliate. I mean, literally, when I finally started meeting some other people and learned what you could do, they said, well, first thing we got to figure out is how close you are to affiliate. I said, hang on, about 6 months ago, I think I got an email about that. So, and then the rest just sort of happened from then, and being involved with NBHD has gotten me involved with several raid trains, and now I'm running the TYC raid trains now,
awesome.
and so, and I salute you guys. I salute you for still doing it all spreadsheet, dude. You're going old school. Give me the tools. Give me the tools. I'm a lazy person. You put a lot of work into that.
Yeah, we had some spicy topic last week about raid tools and spreadsheets, but that's we can talk
That's a
about
whole
that.
other show.
That's another show, right? All right, so thank you, Andrew. Mr. Latin House, tell them about the guy behind the Battle of the Decades.
Oof.
Damn,
And
well-
those trains, let me tell you, how the hell do you do 7, 10, 12, 14 days? What the hell, man?
If I told you my secret, I'd be out of business.
Yeah, there you go.
Alrighty then.
There's a secret to it, man.
Yeah.
Insanity.
It's bad, Andrew. It's very bad, and I don't recommend you doing it. Trust me. No,
Probably something I
actually, you
did
know
in the
what I do?
90s.
I'll tell you what I do. It has no drugs to be involved. Only gummies, adult gummies. But,
Oh, nice.
Hey, there we go.
but what I usually do is I set my alarm for every DJ at least a half hour into their set in case I fall asleep and it wakes me up. So that's how I get a snapshot of everybody right away. So
So, Mr. Latin House, so tell us about your Twitch journey. How did your Twitch journey kick off? Any wild tales you want to share?
or your beginnings as a
yeah, well,
musician.
actually, I started DJing like in the late '80s. Shows my age there.
Yeah.
I got taught by one of the best here in Chicago, so CZR.
Yep.
I've been doing it on and off since then. There was a big period of break, like mid '90s to maybe mid 2000s that I stopped. Good 10 years I stopped, but I still kept into the music and everything. Got taught by a bunch of Chicago legends, Paul Johnson, Diz. I can keep going on and on. There's so many of them.
So many
Just
in
a little bit of
Chicago.
everybody is in me. I got a unique style from Chicago. There's nobody like me in Chicago, trust me, and I guarantee you that.
There's nobody like you anywhere, my
Nobody
friend.
like me at all, even attitude wise. There's nobody like me. But
Thank God.
yeah, I've been on and off DJing since the late '80s. How I got onto Twitch was
Oh boy.
kind of funny because I was doing the Facebook thing, and people were telling me about Twitch. I wasn't getting copyrighted on Facebook, so I said, I had a friend of mine who had told me, "Why don't you jump over to Twitch and try it out?" So about 4 years ago, actually 4 years ago, last week was my 4-year anniversary on Twitch. I decided to create a page, and I got suspended twice off of Twitch. I tried it out; everything went great, and 2,200 followers later, I'm still here. So,
That's awesome.
I do it for the love. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not doing it to make any money. So, that's my craft. I just do it because I choose to do it. I love music. So that's basically how it
I think that helps a lot with a lot of all of us content creator, right? We all do it for love, because I think if you start, making a living out of it, then you're dragging yourself, and you're not having fun. So that's great, brother. Awesome. So outside of, of Twitch, though, what's your daily grind look like? What do you do?
Me,
Yep.
I'm about to be retired. So
Oh
I
my
got
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's early retirement. So I got a bit of bad news last week. You know, as most people know, I had 3 surgeries on my arm and shoulder, and I'm supposed to be going in to go see a second and third opinion for my neck. So they found out that I got neck nerve damage, and that's kind of frightening because I heard about it, and
Wow.
you know, there's chance of paralyzation because of where the nerve tear is at in my neck, which is causing all the pain. So I'm probably going to, you know, just like be on disability for the rest of my life now. So, and it sucks because I'm not even 50 yet. So, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm going to just take it one day at a time. Not going to worry about things, you know,
Actual, yep.
I want to do, and that's basically it. So, I mean, the stubbornness of a Leo, you know, it's my way or no way. Yes.
Oh my God. Well, good luck on that one. You know, we're here. You know, if you need any
Of
support
course,
on
of
that,
course. I'm here too. That's why I'm
yeah,
streaming like 9 times this week. So,
times.
Yeah, I get more notifications for you than a lot of people.
yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people turn their notifications off on me because and actually Twitch, I suggest you do it because I am going to keep streaming a lot now that you know, I'm going to have a set schedule come the new year. So my plan is to become partner by Father's Day of 2024.
Oh, let's
So,
go.
yeah, there's going to be a lot to it. You're going to see less Ray trains from me, more scheduling,
That's all.
and just more so, like I said, focus on myself to make sure that, you know, I can become a partner and to give back to the Twitch community, the chat room. So,
That's
you know,
awesome.
like gift cards and stuff like that. I've been trying that out on certain shows, just giving away like $25 gift cards to Starbucks, $10 gift cards to Dunkin' Donuts, and sending them out. So, well, it's been
Oh,
working, you know.
all right, the neighborhood fam, how to support Mr. Latin House. Go check out his channel. You know, let's help him push for partner, right?
Mm.
Andrew, how about you? What's your day look like outside of WDA1? You know, what keeps you busy?
You know, I've been very lucky because I, like I said, I spent pretty much most of my life in radio, actually having to go in and managing a group of stations and doing programming and taking care of staff and also doing a show as well. Radio across, not just here in the States, but pretty much everywhere around the world has just really gotten latched into a lot of the automated process. A lot of live talent are just going away. A lot of things you hear on the radio. If you're here just a regular DJ doing a show somewhere, 9 times out of 10, outside of like a morning show or a live news show, it's all been pre-recorded, and that's sort of where the industry has gone. I mean, I've been in the industry since we were playing 45s. Who those are the probably Mr. Latin House, probably the only person who knows what a 45 is at this point.
Hey,
Actually, I tried to do reel to reel.
Dude, I always wanted to do that. I really did. I've seen a couple guys on YouTube that mix Unreal to Real and could do
Kerry
pretty
Chandler
amazing.
did
Dude.
Yeah, he did a 4-deck set on reel to reel.
Dude, that blew my mind. Seriously, I had to sit and watch it like 3 times. Like, what the hell? But
Actually, I was taught on the Technique 1000s, which were belt driven with no.
I started with the Techniques SLBD1, which was belt driven. That was crazy.
Yeah, but,
absolutely bonkers. The mix of those
Shows our age.
yeah.
Oh,
it does.
Yeah. So the radio industry, I mean, where it's gone now at this point is I wanted to get out of the whole corporate end of it. It's just, the company I was working for here, they ended up selling and leaving town. I didn't want to go. And, I've moved around enough, and the radio can be very nomadic. I've moved probably like 14 times over the years for various reasons. And I just said, screw it. I want to stay where I am. And I ended up setting up my own voice tracking business. And basically, I do now for groups of radio stations across the country what they're doing in their studios is I'm pre-recording shows. I'm on in like 80 different markets here across the country, and a lot of it's just pre-recorded ahead of time. And it's a night show on a lot of AC light rock stations, and I record a lot of that in the morning, and it goes out, and that's pretty much. I'll spend most of my morning doing that, and then I try to keep my afternoons open for Twitch. I got 4 scheduled shows a week, and then anytime I can squeeze in a train here and there, I will. But otherwise, I've just lucked out at this point in my life where I'm able to keep my head above water. Between my salary and my husband's salary, we're good to go at the moment. We're keeping our heads above water, so that's sort of why we did a bit of a move, because we wanted to downsize and get into a cheaper place. That's why we did the move from Pismo down to Oceano about a month ago. So,
But you still have that oceanside view, though, right? That's
well,
one.
unfortunately, I don't have the great view. I can see the dunes of Oceano, which are right before the ocean, and that I can see off my back deck. The only other good thing here about the new house I'm in is it does have a huge back deck. The last place had that little patio I could barely put a table out on. Still was a nice view.
Yes.
But this got a huge deck, so once rainy season is done and over, there will be streaming from out on the back deck. That's the plan.
That sounds good. Well,
Yeah.
we're both pumped to have you join us on some of the spicy topics we lined up for you this week. Given both of you are seasoned directors slash organizers of Raid Train, we got some hot topics on the menu, and I can't wait for what your thoughts are. Let's dive on some of these conversation and see what your guys take on these. My first question, right, with your season experience in these raid train activity, what proves to be the trickiest part of coordinating a train? Since I have Andrew there, can you tell us what it is, and can you spill in some crazy stories if you have one about
I think, well, the craziest thing, and I think any of us that do any management of raid trains is always obviously getting the train full and keeping it full from the moment you have the train full or where you want it to
Yeah.
making sure it's still in that condition 5 days, 10 days, 12 days, a month later. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the main thing for anybody because there's always somebody halfway, between the time they signed up to the time the train actually happens that someone has to back out for something. I mean, it's nice if you at least know in advance. That's sort of cool because then we can just reach out to the rest of the fam and say, hey, who wants the slot? But, or when it sucks when they decide to just not show. But I think those really are the biggest issues. I mean, I sort of inherited TYC when Rob, my Chicago wedding DJ, decided he was going to go back to actually be a Chicago wedding DJ and not be on Twitch
Right.
as much. He was going to just get rid of the trains because I know TYC originally had like 4 or 5 trains when they started. They were down to just the Tuesday train on for the house party one. And Rob was going to just give it up. And I said, oh, what the hell? How difficult could it possibly be? Yeah.
Right. So,
And
so
now
it's-
it's been about a year now that I've had it, and I'll tell you, I mean, like I said, that's always been the biggest thing. There hasn't been really anything crazy. We've had such a great crew of regulars that have stayed on for when Rob was in control, and that I've been able to bring in some that I've met through NBHD. I mean, you guys were the first train I was on,
Wow.
as a
We're
Twitch
honored.
one. Yeah, I mean, you guys are my original Twitch family, my original Twitch train family. So, I mean, it's been very great to. I think that's probably the best thing about it is just the networking we have. I never would have found out Mr. Lattenhouse. I don't know how the hell we met. Probably through what's his face.
Sam Nation 3000.
No. I was thinking through Kevin at All House You.
No, Sam Nation
no?
3000.
Did I meet you through Sam? Okay, well, Sam's another one. That's all about the networking anyway. But I
that's
think
how-
that's been the best thing.
Yeah, that's how I met all the West Coast DJs. Well, not the house DJs, but the other DJs, because
Yeah.
there's a whole different scene other than house music out there.
No, you're kidding me.
yeah.
Yeah, I just realized I found that out like 2 years ago.
So, Mr. Lathouse, on your end though, it's a little bit trickier because you host this, multi-day raid train. What's the longest you've done so far?
10 days.
10
I think
days.
I was on that one.
And you
So.
were.
Oh my God! So I mean, that I'm also doing this, but I'm only doing weekly. But how tricky that is, and what's the hard part? Again, you probably have stories in building this.
I mean, the
Multi-day
hard
train.
part is when a DJ calls you 5 minutes before his set saying he can't make it, and it's 4 a.m. here in Chicago. So I just make sure my setup is ready, and just I don't go looking for no replacement. I'll jump
You're
on.
gonna fill in for
Yeah,
that?
I always.
Oh
do.
my God!
Yeah, I always do. So yeah,
Respect.
that's awesome.
Respect.
That's
Yeah.
what
Can
the
I-
leader does. They got take over.
Yeah. Can I call you every Sunday if I had something? I could
I
just say,
told
hey.
Boy G if anybody ever backs out on the NBHD, just let me know.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
He'll,
He
no,
did.
seriously, he will. He will. He'll be the first person to say it, step up and do it. So
I'm usually home during football season, so I mean, but once it gets a little nice outside, it's the weekends are kind of different. So But yeah,
yeah.
usually September to May, I'm home. But I'm gonna be home a whole lot more now. So
Well, there you go. I'm gonna call you brother on that one because it on the end basic it's only 1 hour, so it's usually if somebody backs out,
yeah,
we don't really stress out. So we actually have
nothing about one
somebody
hour
go
rate.
over.
So
But if you're ready, dude, I'll send me your text. Say, hey, can
Yeah.
you
Also,
jump in?
on the way to the partner thing, jump on
Uh,
the train, and then we can extend it. Like
Yeah.
towards the end of the day, help him out.
I got some. I got one more ray train in me. So It's actually gonna be, I believe, in late March, early May. I think I'm
Sign
gonna.
me up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go crazy this time. I think I'm gonna do a 14-day.
Whew.
It's gonna
I was
be
just gonna ask him what he defines as crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
14-day. It's gonna be a 3-hour set, and it's gonna be for autism. So that's the only way that I'll do ray trains myself personally, is to raise money for some sort of charity. I won't do it just for the hell of it, no more.
That's great. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
That's great.
And that's just me personally. I'm not saying that you guys should go ahead and do it. Either one of you. I mean, by
Well,
all-
that's
Dude,
the
I
only-
did a 24-hour one, and
much
that I
respect
about
to you
lost.
guys, but see, like, I'm like sort of like the right hand guy to Disco Thursday and to Baha'i Collective. So when Same Old
Frankie,
Beats needs
and
somebody
Frankie.
like you did this week, I'm
Yeah.
organizing Baha'i this week for Thursday. They give me a call. Frank Amato, same thing for Disco. He'll call me. He's like, "Hey man, can you do this for me?" I'm not doing nothing Thursday but playing on there. So, but yeah, usually I'm the backup guy for most everybody. Most everybody. So
Yeah, we got a comment here from Hannah Bana. Let's see. Something showed there. I remember there was a gap of 8 hours from the NBHE raid to the next, and you were the last one. And
Yes.
stayed
that was
until-
Friday. That was
Yeah.
for the what was that? The Maui thing?
The
that you guys did?
Maui, yes.
So
and
yeah,
thank you for that.
I spent from 11 o'clock till 9 in the morning. 11 o'clock at night till 9 in the morning. I did 10 hours.
Salute, brother. Thank you
Wow.
for that. And it really
10
helped. right?
hours. Here's a funny story about that. So at 6 in the morning my time, I get a raid from Father Damien, and Father Damien sees me drinking out of the bottle. 'Cause I always keep my bottle right by me.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see him, and I'm over there, and then all of a sudden I see Father Damien, and I'm like, "Oh crap, I gotta be good now." So I went and grabbed my Bible, and I started preaching to everybody in the chat room, and I think I read Corinthians 3, 21, I think it was. I don't even remember what I read, to be honest with you, but
I'm
yeah, I
telling
was
you.
like, I was out of it. I had somebody keeping an eye on me, and she kept messaging me, "Are you all right? I'm watching. Da 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 da. You're doing good." So it is what it is. You
Yeah.
know.
I think with Father Damien, everybody's scared when Father
Yeah.
Damien goes into your stream. I remembered one time.
What's
Grace,
up, Virgil?
one time Grace was streaming and there was this song. I can't remember. There's an F4 like going like bombarding the song, and then Father Damien came in like, and then Grace's face like, sorry, he was saying sorry, like you see
Achi
on her
Clip was
face.
there
sorry.
too. She seen
Yeah,
me.
if anyone in the audience can get to Father Damien, let's get him in the audience. Get him
Yeah, so boy,
Yeah, I
why don't you
received,
invite
I-
Father
I-
Damien here? So
I received a message from him that right after the stream, and he goes, "I'm proud of that you read a verse from the Bible." He said, "Bless you." I was like,
yeah,
I had to go rewatch that stream because I didn't even remember. I mean, I've been drinking since 11 o'clock at night, and it was like 6 in the morning.
yeah, Father
I
Damien.
forgot who was on after me. Was it
Big
Eric C?
Starting, I can't. Probably
remember who it was.
probably of the East Coast fam that were on that one, but that's. But again, man, thanks for that. And again, Father Damon's also a big supporter of NBHD. We need to get him back on, Boy G. Just to remember that. So I do have a story about TYC, Andrews, because you inherited that from Rob. That is a story that I don't think a lot of people know how NBHD started, and it's crazy. So when we were starting, Gus, me, and Pat, all right, let's do a raid train, and then how do we do the lineup? Oh, TYC is doing this spreadsheet. It's a nice spreadsheet. It has all the pivot tables. You can see where people are. All right, let's just use that. we actually took that and copied it. So then we started saying, who's going to be in the Ray Train? On Discord, we start sending it. And all of a sudden, we saw on the TYC Discord, I heard that there's a new Ray Train that's trying to steal the spreadsheet that we're doing.
Someone on that raid train snitched us, but
Yes, and
Came
then oh boy, so we know Rob, right? So Rob, we texted it, Rob, that was us, right? We're not stealing, we're just too lazy to do something so we can get on. Oh, no worries, because on the Discord of TYC they were saying, we're not going to support this raid train. What the hell with these guys? What are they doing?
we got
And
some
then all of a
negative
sudden,
stuff here, yeah.
yeah, I think Pat, you're the one who talked to Rob, right?
I did. But if you ask Rob about it, he's gonna deny it. That's how good of a guy he is. He's like,
Yeah.
You know, the funny
Never
thing about the TYC, Andrew and everybody else is that I was offered it and I was like, hell no, I ain't doing that. There's no way in hell that I'm gonna do a Ray Train every week. And now look at me, I'm doing helping out 2 Ray Trains on Thursdays. It's every week, just
And then
I'll-
you're popping out like a 25-day train every other month. So
I'm like what do you call them people when you when you need help?
overachiever.
No, not overachiever, man. I'm like
Guy
the associate. When you need help, just give me a call. I'll find you a DJ. So my list is like, fuck, it's like 500 deep. And then the other question, not to cut you off, Andrew, is that they asked me, why do you ask the same DJs? I'm like, if you haven't figured out why I ask the same DJs to keep coming back, then I don't know what to tell you. And the only reason why I ask the same DJs is because they never say no to me.
Mhm.
So they're always there. They're dependable.
Nothing wrong
The
with
only
that.
one that
Yeah.
said no to me last
Well,
week,
yep.
and he's on camera right now, and I give him an excuse because he was moving and he's getting things straightened out. So I let that pass, Andrew.
Much
Used to be-
obliged. Much obliged.
he said
Speaking of,
that-
I got a couple slots tomorrow in Tuesday's TYC if you want one of them.
there you go.
What
All the
time?
D-
1 p.m. East or 4 p.m. East.
And I'll take the 1 p.m. Eastern.
Oh
there,
wow.
there you go. See,
Got him.
this
There we
show,
go.
So
you
this
can
is
just
a
go in,
dating
you-
site.
you can
We're a
book in.
dating site now. We are
Yeah.
a dating site now.
yeah, dating site, and then you can book your raid trains here. This is an all for one show. Yeah, but that TYC was crazy, and Rob said it's all cool. He knows it was us.
Rob's been a cool guy. He still pops in every now and then out of the blue. He'll, if he's home and not doing much, and I'm in one of my shows, he'll pop in for a bit, and I've got his little sticker on the top of my monitor here, and so yeah, it's good to hear from him now and then. But I know he's been really busy. I know he's got a club gig there, like at least every Friday, I think, in Chicago, someplace up there. At least that's what he's posted on his Facebook.
We should get him on the show.
You should definitely. He'd
Yeah.
do it.
He needs to be on this show at some point.
Yeah.
He's just doing mobile gigs now, right?
Yeah.
Mobile gigs, and then he's at a club. I want to say on Friday nights. I've seen the go by on my Facebook feed, but yeah, he's doing something on a weekly basis as well.
That's
I
awesome.
think he's up north with I forget his name, Urge, at Village Roadhouse. Once
Yeah,
a-
there we go.
So,
Oh, with these, a lot of Chicago gigs. Like there's a demand of live DJs. We should all move there.
what's
I
up,
know,
Wade?
right? They pay well.
Yes, there is. Do
Do they pay
I'm
well?
going to tell you a story. I'd
Too
never.
damn cold. I ain't coming up north.
You're coming. It's not even that cold. It's not that cold over
It
here.
will be though. Give it 3 months from now.
It's gonna be 50. That's like Speedo weather for me. I'm still waiting for this.
Nobody needs to see that. Nobody needs to see that.
So,
Yes.
but yeah, I was gonna say, I met Virgil for the first time at our meetup here in Chicago, up north, and I did not realize that there is a big Filipino following. And they all came out. Man, I'm telling you, the DJs popped out of nowhere, and I was like, wow.
Oh,
But it's amazing how everybody supports, their communities. It's like when on the South Side, when we came back over here on Saturday, everybody came out. I was surprised that many people showed up for us. So, but having the first time run it, I think I got a better idea what to do the next time. So
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little different the next time around. So
Well, you know how Filipinos are and Filipinas, right? So they're not just lovely;
Oh
they're
yeah,
also
trust me.
dependable, right? I mean, how do you find Filipinas, Mr. Landhouse? Do you think they're what can you say about the Filipinas
Filipinas or
that you met?
just in general, just the Filipinos in
Well,
general.
just in general, or what can you say about
Do you really want to know what I think of you guys?
yeah, absolutely, man.
We're open.
I'll
Go
tell
for
you
Throw
what,
it.
you guys are very family orientated. I'll tell you that much. You guys stick together. You may not be blood, but you all are blood. If you know what I mean by that.
Yep.
I mean, the first time I met Alvin was through Samo, and I never met Samo. And Samo invited me to Alvin's house one day, and when I walked in there, it was like they just greeted me like family, and I got to meet Samo, Alvin, DJ Elusive, Philly Phil, basically that whole
Oh,
crowd that
oh,
hangs
the
out there.
Bastos brothers, right?
Yeah,
The
so there
Balloons,
was a
right?
bunch
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
Bastos there. Yeah, so Eugene and
Yep.
Steph.
So, yep.
I know I'm missing a whole bunch of them, but uh, Alvin's parents, oh, very respectful. I got to meet Rob and his woman. Oh man, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Becky.
Yes, and like I said, very family orientated, very respectful, down to earth people. That's all I could say about you guys, man. These guys are, man. I'll tell you, it's there should be more people like you Filipinos. Trust me, you are very hard working people as well. Very dedicated to when you guys put your mind to things, you guys go out and do it. That's that's for a fact, and I know from experience about that too. Hard working. So much respect to you all, man. But like I
Yeah.
said, you guys are very family orientated, family first, no matter what.
Well, I think how that's really how when we started NBHD. I mean, there's no NBHD yet, but when we met all these mostly Chicago Filipino DJs, and not Rob's not Filipino, but we met all these through the Magzinos, and then that just became a community. Everybody was like family. We haven't met any one of these guys, but
And
when
that's the
we
funny
met,
thing. I'd never
yeah,
met the Maxinos. I didn't realize that there were like 60 Maxinos here in Chicago.
75,
I mean,
75.
yeah, I mean,
And most of them are on
75, yeah, I
Twitch.
mean,
And
Yeah.
I
most
got
of
to
them
meet
are on
most of the
Twitch.
Maxinos, but I mean, um, very cool people. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like you want to meet people off of Twitch face to face. That's why I go out to California and I got to meet people out there. That's why I went to Wisconsin and meet people. I'm on my way to go to Toronto to go meet a whole different set of people. So it's like, you get to you just want to see faces now that everything's starting to open
Yeah.
up again and shit like that. But I was very skeptical of going out and I didn't want to. And it was just like that factor in the back of your head because I did had COVID. I was in the hospital for 17 days. I did lose my mom and dad. I did lose my mother-in-law and father-in-law
Oh,
all within 17 days. So it was very hard. And then catching COVID on your birthday, and like I said, being hospitalized, just going through the whole thing. 2020 was a bad year. But Twitch was a good thing because I got to meet a whole bunch of people. I first started meeting the people in Chicago, just the usual suspects.
Mhm.
And then it opened up to where Eddie Rampage told me, you should go check out Sam Nation. He knows a lot of people if you're interested in opening up your Ray Train, because my Ray Train was just strictly for Chicago DJs. So we opened it up and, we got to meet people. I got to meet a whole lot of people through Sam Nation. Andrew, DJ Aviva, Patrick Zvino, L.A. Bellatini. I can go on and on. The way I met the house DJs was going into DJ Sneak's channel one day because I know Carlos from way back when here in Chicago.
Mhm.
And that's where I got to meet Bradley B, Rick Vieira, who else is on the West Coast? Agent 818, all them house DJs. So there was a different community. And then I was like,
right.
okay, maybe that was my idea, was putting all the DJs together, which became Battle of the Decades. And there's no hate on the Ray Train. I don't just keep it strictly just for house DJs. I don't
Mhm.
care if you play Spanish music. I don't play if you play rock music, whatever. You choose what you want to play for 2 hours and call it a day.
I'm
I mean,
still
look at the
waiting for
guys
your
from
polka set.
the guys from Japan, Udiso, very dedicated guy. He's always asking me to play, and he comes on, and he always asks me, "You want me to play house music?" I was like, "Play whatever you want." He'll go there and play Japanese music. It's like, I don't care. It's fine if you bringing the people in. Okay, I ain't got no problem with it. So yeah, I mean, it's just opened up. Oh, Twitch has opened up so many doors. It's unbelievable. So
That's awesome. Well, we in between the three trains, we should collab soon, right? Coming in 2024.
yeah, but you guys got to be willing to stay up. You know,
Let
it's-
him
Well-
organize it. Let him organize
Well,
it.
that's why I'm collaborating with you because you're there to stay up for me.
We
We'll
can-
think
between-
about it.
I'll tell you what. Between the three of us, we should be able to do a month-long
Okay.
Ray Train.
That's true. How about you? How about you, Andrew? Any crazy things on TY? I know you inherited that. And like what Mr. Lattenhouse said, he doesn't want it back then. Why did you take it? I mean,
Well, honestly, it was also because it's just been about a little over a year now that I've had it. I just finally started. I'd been on NBHD a handful of times at a couple other trains, and I was just really getting it. I had the time in my schedule where I could do more trains at the time, and I just wanted to expand out. And this was one I had been on with Rob on TYC at least for a couple months leading up to when he was finally getting ready to get rid of it, and I was really enjoying it because I was bringing like everyone else. You bringing in some numbers, you're meeting new people. I met a lot of new people through this first couple months, and I didn't want to see TYC end. It was the only one. It was one train. He walked me through the basics of what I needed to do. He taught me RaidPal because he's been using Raid. He was using RaidPal at the time, and he hooked me up on what he was doing on Canva to make the flyers. And I'm just like, okay, I mean, I think I can handle this. And for the most part, I think out of the whole year, I've only had to cancel one train just because it was around. It was around the Thanksgiving holiday, and there were just it was around Halloween actually, and there were just a lot of other trains going on, a lot of other people doing other things. That's really the only train I didn't do on Tuesday. What's been cool though is I've really wanted to bring it back and add some more trains under the umbrella. I've been working with Bob Diem, a house DJ out of the UK, and he and Timosha set up a little Sunday soiree, which is a train they do on Sundays, sort of opposite NBHD. We won't say that.
I saw that.
I mean, but it's completely different than NBHD in the fact that it's a very low tempo show. They're asking all the DJs to keep it 120 BPM or lower.
Yeah.
And just keep it. It's a really mellow sort of Sunday thing. I've loved it, but I mean that's pretty much all my brain can handle because I'm usually up Saturday nights on here, getting drunk and playing. But that's a whole different thing. But yeah, I mean and it's nice to see that I want to expand. We're doing trying to do a once a month all vinyl train. I've got to start that back up here, starting first of the year. And what Mr. Coops, I talked to you. I think I talked to you about it or maybe I talked to Kevin. Way back when, someone needs to do because there are a lot of Twitch DJs that are into video raid trains.
I know, yeah.
I mean,
know a
there's
few,
so much there's more and more product that's coming out there, which is surprising because God knows we don't have any TV channels that play music videos, but the videos are still being produced, and there's some good stuff out there, and it's really neat to see the creativity that some of these video DJs on Twitch will do to present the content.
Right. Well, there's a lot of things that we can produce, like new content. That's why this show came about.
This is a great idea.
It's just it's not that we don't have we have a lot of time, but it's just we feel that we owe the community to do this, right? Instead of like chatting, Gus and I have been chatting, and I know Pat, you always bring up a good topic to talk about. Why can't we just talk about it with everybody else, right, Pat?
Yeah.
And that's where actually the idea came from Pat. Let's do this. If you guys are on, good. I'm good. So
I have a take on the video show that Andrew was talking about. It's 2023. Even the smallest artists with their iPhones are making awesome videos.
Exactly.
And let's do it. I mean, let's find a way to get it on the shows. Those are amazing. The production on those, even with the little of it. I know Luvi from Chicago, a rapper from Chicago. They shoot with one camera, two people, a couple of wardrobe changes, and they produce stuff that are better than what we'd seen 10, 15 years ago.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a ton of it out there. I think there are some DJs that are on Twitch that are starting to play around with it more. I love, I think the one of the best video DJs I've seen on Twitch, though, and Mr. Lattenhouse will agree, is Sam Nation. Sam Nation does just an amazing. I mean, and he's not only is he just great at what he does, but he puts together these theme shows which are just outstanding. I mean, I don't have the brain power for putting together a theme show. If I'm going to do an hour, whether it be on NBHD or wherever, I'm lucky if I know the first song about 30 seconds before I start, and then the rest is just let's see what happens.
Yeah, these people prepare. I mean, I wish we had our third host, Mr. Urban Bandits, with us. He can talk about video stuff, but hopefully he'll be here sooner than later. And
Yeah, I mean, I think Chicago traffic is horrible. That's why.
Oh yeah, especially at 26 in the evening.
Yeah, because I know he got a gig in one of the bars in Chicago doing some video DJing.
It's
So-
a joke. There's no traffic right now.
Well,
Come on,
while
gotta
we
be
were
he went overtime, I guess.
TJ, come on, TJ.
so let's just do a few shout outs. So who's on the chat? I know I saw Virgil. Hey Virgil, if you can get all the Maxinos on this show, that would be great. Hopefully,
Shouts
I'm
out
gonna
to all
reach
the
out to them.
Maxinos.
We actually met the Maxinos, right? So they were in New York for a wedding. So all of the Maxinos, like 10,000 of them, are in New York City. So Grace and I
Wow.
took that trip. I think it was Vince who found a spot for us to meet, right? I was there with Ashley Glip. We met with them. We partied with them, right? I'm telling you, the Maxinos can party. Vernimal is probably, you'll be surprised though. Vernimal, if you meet Vernimal in person, Vernimal is the quietest among the Maxinos. I ain't surprised about that. If you see him on Twitch, Vernimal, you should think that you will think that Vernimal will be the most
I
happy-go-lucky.
think if I'm right, Virgil, I think when he told me that he worked with a friend of mine, actually was a childhood friend. I still know him. Bobby Martinez. I think he told me, he was like, yeah, Bobby said hello. And I'm like, Bobby? What are you
Yes.
talking about, man? And when he told me Bobby Martinez, I was like, oh, shit, yeah, I go way back with them.
Yeah. Well, guess who's the most talkative among the Maxinos? You guys want to guess among the three?
Probably Vince.
Oh, Vince. I love Vince.
It has to be
You
Vince.
can, yeah, you
Virgil
can.
seems like the quiet type.
I think
Verminal
Virgil is
is
the
the
coolest.
outgoing. He's all over the place. He travels so much.
Yeah.
So he's the photo.
I live vicariously through Vernimal's travels.
Yeah.
Vernimal should be like a model of like an airline, right? So you see the pictures on him waving the flag somewhere on that side of the world.
He's got to
That's
figure out somehow to Twitch from 35,000 feet.
Wow.
Well, good suggestion.
Yeah, well, maybe Virgil, you can get your brothers to guest on the show.
You
That'll
also
be a
have like
fun
an airline,
conversation.
Maxino Air, and have your own Wi-Fi on the plane, Virgil.
Yeah,
Y'all
maybe-
can like take, just go like travel from here to LA and then go to Hawaii and then go to Thailand and then go to Germany and then stop in Spain and then go to New York and then come back home. That should be a good session right there.
Yeah. Well, I'm
There's
telling
something
you,
on the chat that I think they're going to Miami. So the Maxinos are going to Miami.
all of them.
Somewhere
who's
here in
on
the chat.
Flor- Yeah. If you're in Florida, go meet them. They're a fun bunch. I love them. I remember I was talking to Vin. So we're in New York City, and then we had a party. And then the next day that we were leaving, said, let's have breakfast in Jollibee. Andrew and Martin Landhouse, you don't know Jollibee. Jollibee is this famous food chain, a Filipino food chain. Chickens are great. So Vin said, let's meet at Jollibee in New York City. We went to Jollibee. Grace and I there. We're waiting. And then Vince texted me, I'm in Jollibee. Where are you? I'm in front of the store. I'm in front of the store. Where the heck are you? So we just found out there's two Jollibees in New York City. And then he was on the other side. Lucky enough, it's only 2 blocks away, so they have to walk. He was with Virgil, so that's just they're a great bunch. Go if you have a chance to meet them, go meet them, and hopefully we can get on the next show. Well, going back to the raid train topic, there's this one conversation that I want to ask you guys. I know from our last episode we talk about the length or the duration of sets on the raid train. Some argue that shorter sets can foster creativity, while others believe that longer sets are more beneficial for DJs in the grand scheme of things. So, what's your take on how long should a raid train set should be?
My my thoughts. I'm in trains that do both, do hour or a 2 hour, and for me, it sort of just depends on what I'm playing. I know that sometimes you'll get, if you're in an hour set, you get about 35 minutes. Sometimes it takes you a while to just finally find that find that groove, and you get into that, and you're like, oh crap, I finally in the groove, and I'm like 2 songs away from ending. But sometimes I think going 2 hours is sometimes a stretch. I like a train that can do 90. I've only been in a couple trains that do 90-minute sets. I've never organized one myself. But I mean, there have been people who have asked me about extending the sets for 2 hours. So I'm happy to keep it where it is right now, mainly because it's easy to organize. But I could go either way. But if we have to split it, put it at 90.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Mr. Ladnas? I know you're a big proponent of a 90 minutes. So what's your take on that?
I got to respect the DJs, number one. So I like to get input. So today, I'm not going to mention the DJ's name who told me about him having issues, with his health.
Mhm.
He does like to DJ, but he cannot do a 2-hour session anymore. And age is catching up with him, of course. I mean, he's not that old. So he's like he's got to be like 4 years older than me. But
Wait, that's my age.
Health condition wise, he's dealing with some health issues. I'm not going to say what it is, but he can do a 90-minute set. He won't do 2 hours. So I take that to a factor as well. Yeah, 2 hours, it's starting to seem a lot for me too, just because of the fact that I do have sciatica. So standing up kind of hurts at times, depending what I'm on, liquor, adult gummies. But usually, that 10-hour set that I did for you guys, I wasn't feeling no pain. And I got told, like I said, I had
Wow.
somebody watching me, making sure I was fine, while she was working all night, but just checking up on me because she knew my arm was bad, just making sure everything was fine. And I was feeling good that night. So after 3 hours, your blood starts flowing, you're ready to go. But I think 90 minutes is good. 1 hour, depending who it is, I'll do it. I really don't want to anymore. I'm trying to get away from that. But, like for you guys, for Andrew, whenever Bartek comes back, I don't mind doing the hour set. It's something quick, get it over with, and boom, that's it. But I think 90 minutes is good from here on going out. That's what I did with Disco Thursdays. So I do that with Disco Thursdays. I do that with Baha'i as well. Samo experimented with the 2 hours a few weeks ago, and there weren't as many DJs. And me, I like to start early in the morning just to get some Japan DJs or somebody from the Far East to start off, and then come into the States on the East Coast, and then gradually work their way to the West Coast, end off on the West Coast like at 2 in the morning my time, which is midnight out there. So people are still up, like Soler, Federico's, who haven't joined in quite some time, putting them out there and blast. So yes,
I think Soler is on right now. Just
yeah,
right
I know.
time.
I know. He's
Well,
he's probably having cocktails with Tiger Woods in his backyard in Palo Alto, So
Around the pool.
yeah,
I think they're still drunk from last night's stream with Federico.
No.
They were chugging that whiskey. I saw it.
oh yeah, I met them. I met them when I went out to the Bay Area. I think it was in May. I got to meet them on Sunday night. I got to meet Carmela. I got to meet Federico's, and that was the day I drove down to LA. And I did that crazy road trip, and I forgot to stop at Pismo Beach.
Ah,
Wow, how can you miss that?
So it's either going to
He
LA.
didn't get any clams.
And Andrew, you have to realize going to LA to go meet somebody or go to Pismo Beach and meet. We dance as one.
yeah,
I chose the LA route.
the
Mhm.
LA
Yep.
route. The LA route for me is the
Oh,
best
yeah.
option for
It's easy.
Mr. Latin House. If you can DM him why LA, but we want we
I think everybody knows
let's
why.
leave it like that. Let's
Yeah.
let's leave it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. I think doing this train, meeting with a lot of people, we have to be respected with the time, and also I just love it. Like all these different raid trains where we meet people. It's not really competition if you look at it. It's just really more expanding. Baha'i Fridays, TYC, Tisco Thursdays, MBHD, all the raid trains. I think we crossed over a lot. I know for a fact Grace played on most of those, and we meet all these people. It becomes one big family, right? And we're not really competing. It's more of like, hey, how can we help Twitch as a community? How can we help our neighborhood? Right. So we're gonna be going to other topics outside of Twitch. So before we do that, just gonna go to a word from one of our sponsor. I'm not sure if you know Miss Bricks. It was also on Twitch. Is one of our sponsors. So Miss Bricks is uh, the one who creates Miss Bricks Lego jewelry and accessories.
Those are so cool.
I see a lot of DJs that actually wear them on their channels. I know at some point we gave away some of these. You can contact her or go to her website, missbricks.com. And her name is Kimberly Davis. Very, very nice merch and items. I know this is one for Grace that she's been custom ordered. So if you are into this, fashion, go check out missbricks.com. All right, thank you guys for really diving into. I know there's still a lot of raid train topics to want to discuss, but we want to mix things up and go to topics. And I want you guys to comment on some of these topics that we want outside of Twitch. This segment of ours is called Beyond the Neighborhood. It's a segment that we serve up hottest dish of sizzling global topics. It's a blend of music, sports, or whatever. So what we do on this segment is we have we have what we call the topic roulette. DJ Pat's gonna spin this, and then we will get topics that we can talk about. These are really fun topics throughout the week that we see that's worth talking to. So DJ Pat, go ahead on the segment.
Yeah, we got 5 here, but we're not gonna go through all of them. We got grocery store by day and club by night, and then we got TikTok news. Well, it's the TikTok news generation that we have right now. We got music industry revenues. We got a U of Miami student, a computer science student fraud case. And we also have the last topic is what transformation. So let's have Wade, the producer, spin the wheel for us and then see what topics are going to come out.
Big money, big money, big money. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
All right, here you go, and stop.
Here we go. Grocery store by day. Mr. Coops, get that. I think we have video of that. Get that on the screen before I read this thing.
I'd love to see their self-checkout.
Well, this is very interesting for me. Yeah, I hate grocery shopping. Grace will drag me to do grocery shopping.
Have you guys not learned about delivery?
Well, we do that right now, but I hate it. Maybe
Only
this,
certain things, Andrew.
yeah, maybe this will make it.
No, in California, you can get everything delivered.
No, I know that, but I don't want nobody picking my damn fruit or vegetables.
Oh, that's very interesting, though, right? So
You
probably
know?
another spin-off topic about deliveries versus going to this
Yeah.
grocery. But will this make you go more to do grocery shoppings, but I'm afraid if I do this, I'm just gonna be doing it at night. So
I go anyway. Shit, I don't care if there's a club there. I mean, if there's a bar there, yeah, that even better. But I mean,
They do serve wine, so
No, of
you're
course,
able.
yeah.
You're
You're
able to get
set.
a glass.
That's
Glass
why I
of
like going to
wine will-
Costco. You know,
will
because
shopping.
Costco has they give you the samples of the new wines or the new tequila that comes in or the new whiskey. So you know, you just walk
Wait, are they doing
around.
this in your Costco? They don't do that in my
They
Costco.
do that. They don't do that in Michigan. That's for sure.
what? Well, in Philadelphia, yeah, not in Pennsylvania though. Pennsylvania, there's no liquor on Costco. Just to let you guys know,
Oh yeah,
Wow.
got
it
different
sucks.
rules.
Yeah, we can't get any
Crazy.
liquor on the other stores. Yeah,
We'll sneak it in for you. Don't worry.
well, that's why we go to Jersey. We actually thought.
Wow.
All
go
right,
to
spin
Jersey
the
to
wheel.
do it.
Spin the wheel. Let's pick up another one.
All right, that's the one of the topic. Let's spin the wheel again.
Big money, big money, big money, big money. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Oh, this one I like. I've been wanting to share this. University of Miami student, a computer science student, um, allegedly fraudulated companies for $3.5 million. All right. So, Mr. Coops, if you have that overlay, a 21-year-old formerly enrolled University of Miami student has been charged by the DOJ with conspiracy to commit computer and mail fraud. So, in short, he hacks into employee accounts of these shipping companies or whoever the shop is, and he would mark his items as returned and refunded, while he gets to physically keep the items. One of the items is a $41,000 day date from Rolex. $3.5 million.
Good
Damn.
for him.
Good for him. Well,
Good for him.
another thing,
Smart guy.
He's a
Good for
computer
him.
science guy. So a lot of us here are
Oh
computer.
yeah.
people.
See,
Yeah.
I had dreams of doing that whole computer back in the 80s when personal computers were first coming out and War Games was out. You know, that was like, okay, that's what we're going to do. And just like, yeah, no, I'm not that smart.
Yeah, he actually sold the software to other students.
Oh, well, there we go.
Other
See, not
students
only is he smart, he's an entrepreneur.
There you go.
I don't know, but I'm a computer science graduate, but I didn't think about that. I was just busy drinking.
How old was he?
partying.
He's 21 now, but
Oh,
he's
he'll
doing
be
this-
out when he's fucking 66. He'll be fine.
it
Yeah.
says
I hope he
45, yeah, he said
he kept those
45
money.
years.
Actually, he's only got to serve 3/4 of his time, so he'll be out by his early.
Until he
50s.
hacks into the prison computer system and then sets his time to 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine.
We'll probably
Yeah.
do that.
All right, we'll go to the next one. I'm gonna run this roulette.
Big money, big money, big money, big money. Bonus, bonus, bonus. Win a car, win a car, win a car.
It's stopping on what transformation? So if you have the groomer,
Yeah. Okay.
so Jason Schneidman, so he
When you were here before, when you were here before, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel.
Does he do the manscaping too?
Yeah, I think Pat, DJ Pat, your mic is off.
There he
This
goes.
is-
my mic off.
Yeah,
I
go
think, yeah. Am I on?
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy is amazing. He's helping out a lot of people. It actually reminds me of Mark Bustos, a guy from the Philippines who started this trend in 2014. He on Sundays, on his day off, he would go around and look for homeless people and cut their hair. And one year, he went back home to his original hometown in Pampanga, where Mr. Coops is from, and cut hairs of a lot of the kids back home in the Philippines. It's amazing what these people do, and social media is just a tool to show the world that good things are still happening.
Right, and all about charity, right? So it's really paying forward things that were given to us as much as possible. I think we should help out, other less fortunate people. So that's a good one, JPAC.
Yeah, let's do one more, last one, and we'll have our guest talk more about this last one.
Short one.
Short one. TikTok news generation. A growing number of U.S. adults between 18 and 29 rely on this platform to get their news. What do you guys think?
I am not a TikTok person. I am not on it.
I just created a TikTok for one person only. That is it.
Well, it's really interesting, right? So now I think it's per generation. I think I know my kids are on TikTok. My parents are still on Facebook. I used to be on Facebook, but I'm not anymore. So I'm more of like an Instagram and X type of platform. But I think it's very interesting. How the hell you get news though on TikTok? So I'm not on TikTok either. DJ Pat, are you on TikTok?
Well, like a lot of these news, these are targeted stuff. So if you believe in this stuff, then that's what you're gonna get. So
Well, it's going to be also really interesting to see where things go with whether TikTok is. I mean, it's being banned in some states right now, or at least by the state governments for anyone in a state. There are various state governments who will not allow you to have TikTok on your government issued business phone.
yeah,
If
I
you
mean,
work for the government, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
yeah, if like all of us, if you stay on that platform, that's where you get your everything. You get your entertainment, you get your recipes, you get your news, you get your sports. They'll stay on that platform, so can't do anything about it. I think that's what's going to happen in the future.
Well, it's going to be interesting though. You mentioned X is there are advertisers that are now leaving X due
Yeah,
to
this-
Musk and his shenanigans.
Comment.
Yeah, that's another whole topic.
That's a whole other thing. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
speaking of
yeah, go ahead.
sorry to cut you off. Speaking of the social media platform, for you guys on your channel, what social media platform you usually use and why are you sticking to that one? Because I know a lot of other streamers want to go on TikTok, but I just, at least for me or helping out Grace, I don't know if I can go to there.
Facebook and Instagram is about all I can handle. I'm only on Discord so that I can do because so many of the trains organized through Discord. That's the only reason I'm on it. People ask, "Oh, do you have a Discord page?" Yeah, I have it, but I've done nothing to it since I've had it for the last 2 years. It's just my access into the train stuff. I do very little with it, but TikTok I've just never really caught on. I don't think my life's that interesting for TikTok videos.
Well, let's put that on the poll. Boy G, if you're here, put it on the poll. Is TikTok a reliable news source in 2024?
Is anything online as a reliable news source at this point?
Let's have the audience vote on that, and let's see.
Yeah. How about you, Mr. Ladenhouse? Are you really into Discord also? I mean, do you often go there, or you're more of an Instagram? Because I see
No, I don't
a
go
lot
to
of your posts on
Discord at all,
Instagram.
unless they tell me to go sign up for something or go download graphics or
Yeah.
something like that. I think I went there last night for the Star Squad DJs.
It's just not. It's not. I don't think it's just very user friendly, but that's just me.
No, I
I'm an
mean-
old user, so
It's fine. I mean, I don't mind going in there, but I'm not gonna go in there and chat with somebody. I mean, if you really need to get a hold
Right.
of me, you can message me through damn Twitch or Instagram. But
Right.
I mean, people that really know me got my phone number too. So I mean, it's I'm not hard to find. Trust me. I'm always around anywhere. But going on Discord, yeah, I think when I checked yesterday, when I went to go download some logos, I had like 5,300 alerts that I haven't even checked.
I have
So-
the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna check them. I'm just gonna leave them there. I mean, I'm just going there for one reason. I went there, go grab some logos, and boom, I'm out of there.
I've got 50. I've got 52 right now. I haven't checked.
I think it's also
You think it-
generation.
Yeah, I
But
think
see,
it's
that's
also
the only
nice-
reason why you're on there, Andrew, is and NBHD is because you guys go through there. Me, what I usually do is I'm either emailing them, or I'm letting them know through Instagram, or I'm texting them, "Hey, check your fucking emails, check your spam folder," because I just
Yeah, that's
messaged
true.
you
He
guys.
does.
And what do they do the day of? Hey, where's the logos at? I just emailed them to you the other day, dude. Go check your spam folder, you know.
And that's the thing. And I appreciate you doing that, but it's so funny because you set up these trades usually a month or more in advance, and it comes down to that week before the trade. I'm looking for graphics. I'm sitting here scrolling through it. Where the hell was his email? Where the hell was his email?
Yeah. So I
I
mean,
need to put a separate folder just for you.
yeah, I mean, I can I just organized this damn raid train that we're doing Saturday and Sunday for Roxember. I haven't even gave everybody the flyer yet, but the lineup's already done. So it was like it's so easy. I can do that quickly. I can organize a 2-day raid train. I mean,
He can. It's amazing. It's a super
yawn. You know, I mean, it's like, should I do like a 4-day, go Thursday or Friday to Monday? I'm like, nah, 2 days is enough. And I told Jazia, I'm gonna throw your name on there just so that I don't have to watch it. Okay, I mean, let's just do it. She goes, yeah, I want to hear you play some rock. All right. So
Well, I think for me, Discord, like I said, is generation. I see a lot of other streamers who actually, when they're streaming, they have their Discord up and people are there with their videos, also chatting in Discord while they're in train. I just can't do it. I don't have the fucking time to spend. I'm already on the set. You know, I can't go to another platform and then chat with you guys, and then racing drinks or whatever.
I'm basically just on Instagram. I do have a Facebook page that I go on there like twice, 3 times a month. And it's not even under my name. It's under Slammin' Saturdays. So I mean, it's
I thought it's your burner account. Yeah, but burner account.
yeah. It used to be a burner account till I got fucking
Yeah.
found on there and shit blew up. And yeah, that's another story. But yeah,
Well,
and they're on as Slammin' Saturdays. There's 2 pages. There's the fan page, and then there's my actual page where I don't have anybody from Chicago on there. It's basically everybody outside of Chicago, with the exception of a couple people. But other than that, yeah.
sounds good. Well, I hate to cut it, guys. I know we can, just chat here for 10 hours, and talk about stuff. But I need to cut it short. Hopefully, you guys can get back on the show. Thank you so much for joining us on this craziness that we're trying to do. I hope it was fun for you guys, and hopefully we can see you guys soon where we go to on the West Coast or even Chicago. I know what they said on the chat is probably, and this is true. If we're gonna do an NBHD like meetup, probably the Chicago is probably the midpoint, and there's a lot of people that we do there. So hopefully soon, so we can meet all this great people on the Twitch world that we have met. People in the chat can also go with us to do that. Thank you so much. Before I let you go, guys, wanted you promote your shows and say whatever to our viewers, and I think they had fun talking to you guys. I'll start with you, Andrew.
Well, thank you guys for having me. This has been an absolute blast, and thank you and the entire NBHD crew for welcoming me in a little over a year or so ago. It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. Okay, so my shows during the week, I got 4 of them scheduled. Tuesday, it's Be Kind Rewind. We do classic 80s new wave at 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West. And then on Thursdays, we do Yacht Rock, because why the hell not? Because some reason Yacht Rock is taken over. There are Yacht Rock cover bands that are scattered across this country right now for some godforsaken reason. So I said, sure, let's do a Yacht Rock show. We do that Thursdays. It's called Some Like It Yacht.
Yeah.
5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West. Fridays, it's new music videos on the Video Vault, and that's 2 p.m. Or 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West. And then Saturday night, we just drink. Saturday night spin. We drink and play a lot of music and just do whatever, and that's 9 p.m. East to 1 a.m. East. 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. East on Saturday. So, and then Raid Train, that'll be on NBHD this Sunday.
Oh, you are on this Sunday train.
Yes, yeah. The 10th is this next one, isn't it? Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll be on. Looking forward to being on NBHD this Sunday.
Sounds good.
I'll be there.
Yep.
Yes, you better.
Mr. Latin House brother.
He's got a laundry list of things he's going to do, I'm sure.
But thank you for jumping in.
I'll just tell you what I'm doing this week alone.
Yeah,
so, this week is fucking stupid. Like I said, now it's 10 shows this week that I'm doing from today till next Monday. So Tomorrow I'm on TYC
Dude.
at 11 o'clock in the morning, my
Thank
time.
you.
And I'm doing the Tuesday taco truck with the Solid Cheese crew from Denver. I'll be on at 6
Oh,
o'clock
what a
my
crew.
time. Wednesday I'm on at 11 a.m. for the Mi Casa is Su Casa House Ray Train. And then I think I'm on again at 7 p.m. for I forgot what Ray Train it is. I don't remember. But I'm on a Ray Train. There's too many, I'm telling you. I don't even remember. Thursday at 12:30 for Baha'i. I'm doing that. And at 9 o'clock for the underground house music. Somebody from Brazil hit me up and told me if I wanted to join.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I guess I said yes. So I'm doing that. Friday, I'm on another Ray Train at 6 p.m. Somebody from Spain. I'm doing an animal shelter Ray Train fundraiser.
Is that the
DJ
stylist?
Tucan signed me up for that.
Yeah, that's the stylist one. Yeah.
And then I'm on again Friday night at midnight for another Ray Train. Somebody in who was it that told me? I think it was the Netherlands. I think it was Rico Radio. I'm doing a Ray Trade for him for an hour. And then Saturday morning. Fuck, what time am I on Saturday? Oh, Saturday I'm on the afternoon. DJ Prism is doing a new Ray Train off the rails. I'll be on at 2 p.m. And then Sunday I'm doing that Rocktober Ray Train at 10 in the morning. And then I do my regular Sunday night show at 8 at night, the Sunday Night Underground Dusties, which are oldies for you East Coasters and West Coasters. And then Monday, I'm on twice at 10 a.m. I forgot what Ray Train that is, and at 8 p.m. So
You're
I'm gonna be
you're
tired.
not, yeah, you're not busy, right? So I'm
Yeah.
also gonna call you on Sunday. Somebody back out. So just
Yeah,
to-
like I said, I'm home watching football all day Sunday. So if any of you guys, even you, Andrew, if you ever need somebody, yeah, just hit me up. Let me know. It's only gonna take me 5 minutes to set up. So I told Boy G that, so Boy G knows. So if anybody ever,
hit up Boy G.
so yeah, I heard Boy G is like the ambassador of Twitch now. So fuck.
He is. He's seen his reels, so he also makes reels for everybody. Just in case you want promotion, go to Boy G.
I
got
don't
you.
sleep. You should know that, Boy G. You know I don't sleep.
Dude, we should. If we
I
could
always
put up
thought
that
he was
reel-
I've always thought he was a Disney animatronic.
if we could put that reel of Boy G of Mr. Coops, that would be fun. Like he was, Mr. Coops is like a pastor in a large church in one of those reels that he put up today. It's funny.
Yeah, I call him Mr. NBHD. You know, he does a lot. I just
Mr.
do the
NBHD?
flyer.
Wow.
Yeah, he's Mr. NBHD. It's not me. I just do the flyers. He does most of the leg.
So wait a minute. Who was messaging me from the NBHD channel?
That was me though. That was me though.
Then you're
So
not.
that
Then
was
he's
me.
not MBHD, Mr.
Yeah.
MBHD, because then he would have access to that.
Well,
See?
he does
So
have
you're
that.
Pretty
Mr.
much has
NBHD.
access to everything, you know.
So you're the CEO. He's the COO. You all got to be categorized. But I'll tell you what, you guys are doing a good thing.
Thank
Much
you so
respect
much.
to you guys on
Appreciate
Sundays. You guys are doing great things. Keep it up. Don't let anybody ever tell you you cannot do it, because you guys are doing it. So I mean, much respect to you guys and TYC as well. You guys are always you've expanded from Tuesdays, and I remember doing Thursdays one night, Techno Thursdays, I think it was, and now I see you guys are doing practically almost every other night, which is good. You know, much respect to you. I mean, I've been there, done that. I've done the Ray Trains, you know, and now it's just like I'll sit back and help people out if they need a DJ here and there. If they say, "Hey, can you get somebody to play for me at this time?" Yeah, let me make a couple phone calls.
Well, we've all got your number.
Yeah. So, but we guys, we have to do a collab soon, sometime next
So
year.
actually, that's the other thing before we get off the air. So my plan for 2024 is this: I'm going to do a 7-day Ray Train, and it's not going to be a battle of the decades. This is going to be a collab with everybody. So it's basically I got to figure out one gigantic logo for everybody, and NBHD on Sundays. Whoever does a Ray Train on Mondays that I know of that can do it all day, and it has to be all day. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. You have
I
to
can
find
hop out
somebody.
on Saturday.
You have to find somebody from midnight till midnight, all the way through, from midnight to 10 o'clock. And it's going to be Central Time. And you got to find the DJs. It's basically 12 DJs that you need to find. That is it. That will do 2-hour sets, TYC Tuesdays. I'll find somebody for Wednesdays. It's going to be Disco Thursdays, Baha'i Fridays, Moments of House Saturdays, you guys on Sundays. Trying
That's
to think who does a Ray Train on Mondays. That's pretty long. I can ask.
We'll find one. We can find
I'll
one.
find somebody.
Don't TYC do Mondays? They used to.
No, we
know.
haven't. And hoping to in 2024, but as of right now,
I
no.
think that's the goal. Is I want to do a Ray Train to collab everybody, to get everybody.
That's pretty
get-
cool. I like that
Get
idea.
a different sound other than,
Wow.
and you don't have to just play house music.
Yep.
That's the other thing. So I mean,
Yep.
you can be NBHD, and you can find somebody that does like 80s rock or
Oh, we can
70s
get those, yeah.
disco. It doesn't
Sure.
have to be house music.
That's good.
This is about getting all the DJs together, united as one. You know, so I mean,
That'll be awesome.
I don't know. I got to think of a creative logo. I got to think of something that's catchy and get all the DJs that need to get recognized.
Yeah,
on
you'll come up
Twitch.
with some. You'll come
No,
up with
no big
something.
names. You know,
Tonight.
enough with the big. It's just getting people together to play. That's it.
That's great. That's great. Well, again, guys, thank you. We appreciate you joining here. And I hope, the next other episode, hopefully we can do this every Monday. You can get back and, have fun with us. Thank you so much, Andrew, Mr. Latin House. Appreciate it. I think everybody had fun, talking to you guys. We'll see you guys on the Twitch stream. Mr. Lana, are you streaming after this, or you want us to raid in? Just let-
If you want to give me, I mean, I can raid. I mean, I just got to set up real quick.
He's set up. He can go anytime.
Yeah,
He's
so,
told you
uh,
this.
Oh,
once you
yeah, I
live,
just got to
what-
log off. I got to log off. If you want to talk for like 5 minutes, give me 5 minutes. Set up.
we still have a segment to run. Well, and then you can start now. We can raid in afterwards.
I'll jump
Thank you
in.
so much.
I'll be ready.
Thank you so
There you
much.
go, guys.
Alrighty.
He's set.
Thanks a lot.
So stick around for that.
Stick
Stick around for some
Thank
legs.
you, Andrew.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You have a great day. We'll see you soon. See you Sunday.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so that was fun with those two guys, and oh boy, we probably, if we didn't, we probably have more stuff to talk about, mostly on the raid trains. But hope you guys had fun. Now we go to our last segment of the show called No Dumb Questions. This is the part where everybody on the chat can participate and ask questions, whether it's something from the topic today about raid trains or anything that you want to know. So fire those questions up. I have one question right now while we're collecting. There is one question from one of our viewers asking, and I think this is Boyji asking me what is the controller that you can use or you can buy that you can use as a starting streamer on Twitch, DJ Pat. What can you recommend, Boyji? I think Boyji is gonna be streaming soon, so watch out for that.
Maybe that's why he's asking. Well, that's a hard question to answer, but I got a few in mind. I would, for starters, you got to go less than $1,000. So
Okay, absolutely.
I still love my DDJ 1000, the old one, not the FLX one, the old one. I think it's $1,000 on the dot. It's still got the mechanical jog wheels and the feel of a CDJ and the 4decks and all the good stuff. But you need a laptop for that. So your cost might go higher with that. So an alternative to that, I really like the standalone ones. And the Denons are great. The Pioneer's a little expensive, but I would probably go with the Numark Mixstream Pro Plus. I think it's around $800, and if you shop around, maybe you can get it for $750, $725. It's got the complete package. It runs on the Denon engine software, but it's standalone. So all you need is a SSD or a USB. It's got speakers on it. It's got a nice touchscreen on it. It can control lights too. So $800 for all of that. It's a great deal. I would go with that if you're starting, and I wouldn't mind owning one of those too.
Yeah. Well, Boyji, a lot of people are selling their equipment to you on chat, so go hit them up. I'm not really sure what's best because I'm not a DJ, but I see a lot of people, at least on the doing it. It's just like DDJ 400. I know Grace has a 200. The problem with the 200 is doesn't have a sound card, but the 400, a lot of other big streamers actually still has that. So you
Yeah,
might want to
yeah.
take a
If
look at
you,
that.
yeah, obviously I'm a fan of going used. So if you can find something like a 400 or an old RX,
Yeah.
you can go for that really. But I love the Denons. I love the Mixstream Pro. If you're an open format person, I'd go with or the Rex 5 from Pioneer. It's also $1,000. So, but it runs Serato, and I forgot you can do, what do you call that? The stems on all those new equipment too.
That's awesome. Well, do we have well, there's a few questions. Uh,
I don't know that.
sorry, that's Alexa.
Let's
My bad. Yeah. There's a few questions on the chat. So I saw Mr. Latin House want to ask a question.
According to an Alexa Answers control.
Alexa, stop. I'm sorry.
All right. What's the question? I from Mr. House.
Yes, DJ Elms, just answering your question. It is for just beginners, so we just want to I think Boyg wants to stream, so watch out for that first DJ set of Boyg. So he's asking what are the best controllers out there for beginners.
I would definitely go Mixstream Pro, if not a used Pioneer or Denon product.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a question right now for Mr. Latin House. Let me put that on the chat. Hold on. Why do mods get upset when you take their sword away and they haven't been modding for months? Oh, I love this question. This is a fucking good question. So
Another episode for this.
yeah, but I will just answer this in my own way. What I think it should be. I don't think you should be upset. I always said in chat, I'm a very irresponsible mod, except for Grace. But I don't think well, if I can't do it and it's a job that you need to fulfill to help the streamers, you should not be upset because they need you on that. They need your help on that one. That's why you are a mod. You're not a mod because you just want the sword. So I don't know to answer to why do they get upset, but my take, you should not get upset about it. It's a job, right? If you're not doing the job, I mean, it's okay. And we all do this for fun too. So I'm not gonna get upset if you take my sword away.
The simple answer is pride. You take away the sword. I mean,
That's true. Yeah, we're all proud. But to all the mods. But how about the other? How about from the viewers? Do you have any perspective on that? There's a lot of mods on our chat. On the chat.
There might be a follow up from Boy G, who's
Yeah.
one a super mod here.
Same. There's a follow up from Capra Music. It says, same with the VIPs. Okay, that's another question. So again, all of these, what did they call it on Twitch? All of these, I forgot what it's called. All of these roles that were given, that were given to you. It's all prerogative of the channel or the streamer, right? If you first of all you're there, they gave you that role because of something. If you don't feel that you're not on that role anymore. It's you should not be upset. I think it's you should respect what the streamers
Yeah, I
want to
mean,
do.
yeah, like everything in life, communication is the key. I mean, if I was the DJ and one of the mods hasn't been showing up, I'll go check on them and not even to ask them to come on the stream. I'm like, just check on them. How are you? How's life going? I'm gonna assume they're busy, but if you check on them, maybe they'll tell you why they haven't been to your streams. But maybe just don't take away the sword right away. You can check in with your mods or your VIPs.
Yeah. So with that, I know somebody. I'm not gonna name the streamer who I'm modding with. It's actually a good idea before you take the sword away. This streamer sent all this message to all the mods, saying what the channel wants, what it needs. If you still want to be a mod, this is what it is. But they're not saying basically these well, they're not directly asking you if you still want to be a mod, but they're just telling you this is what it is. If you want us to take you out, then I'm okay with that. So I think to your point, DJ Pat, communication is also key before you take away the sword. But again, for me, I'm not gonna get upset.
Yeah, no reason to. This is not a professional thing run by MTV. Like, come on, let it be. Do we have more questions?
Right. Yeah. So I love that question. That blew up the chat, and I think I'm just gonna go back to a lot of this right comment here. I'm gonna put Virgil's comment here. Says if you haven't been on their stream due to prior commitment for months, years, then they should be understanding when you take the sword away. Mods are there to help channel grow and help communicate with the audience. That is correct. You're a mod because you're there for a reason. If you and you have to really respect the streamers. Yeah. If they take that away from you, and that goes through also for VIPs. It's the channel's prerogative. We should not be upset. The only person I'm gonna be upset though if Grace takes me out as a mod. That's the only time I'm gonna be upset.
That could happen.
Well, I heard Boy G now
Big
is
problem, though.
her favorite mod because of the reel. So let's
Oh,
see.
geez, those reels are
Yeah,
amazing. I don't know. I don't know how much time he spends on stories, on Instagram stories, but
yeah.
be a lot of time.
Just following what of Mr. Laddinghouse, just saying because I hear stories about mods being all pissed because they took their sword away. Yeah, it happens. We just need to be very understanding.
Communication, though.
Yep,
Communication.
communication also key. Correct to do that. All right, that's a very good question, Mr. Ladd. Any other questions to steer up the chat? I love those kind of questions.
Do we have offline questions? Follow up to the controller. If you already have something that works for you, I don't think spending a couple thousand to upgrade would be a good idea. If something works for you, you're doing your sets, and it's a good show, then stick with it. Really. What's the Filipino word of the day? Oh,
Oh, that's a very good question, MC2J
gosh.
man. I think MC2J man is learning a lot of Filipinos. So um, I'll tell you one. The Filipino word today is, and you have to say it. And Boy G, can you put it on the chat? Bubuka bukaka.
Wow.
DJ Pat, what does bubuka bukaka
Oh my gosh.
mean in English?
Spread your wings, I think. Something to that effect.
So, can you buka bukaka is spread anything that you want to spread. So that's bubuka bukaka, and you can put anything after that. That DJ
Uh,
and DJ man.
well, we can put spada in that because sword is spada.
Bu-
Bubuka,
buka
buka.
Yeah. Ang espada ay bubuka-buka ka. The sword is
Ang
spreading.
ang espada ay mabubuka-buka ka kapag may espada.
So that's the Filipino word of the day. MC2J man, I think that might be a one segment that we can do on each of the streams. I like that.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, we ran over time, guys. Thank you so much. It's been great. Thank you for watching episode 3 of The Guys Next Door. Hopefully we can get Gus back soon next
We
week.
have music for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully,
I think we'll have Gus next week. If not, get someone else in here. But it was fun. Our guests we covered a lot.
yeah, it's awesome that yes, we're gonna get more fun guests. If you have any suggestion of topics, any guests that you want us to, any people you want us to guest on and on the show, let us know. You can whisper us, you can DM us on our Instagram channel, or you can even text Boy G. I can give you his cell phone number. I have it, so let us know. Thank you again for watching The Guys Next Door, where the talk is cheap and laugh is priceless. Thank you, everybody. Have a good week ahead of you guys. Thank you. Boy G, can we rate to Mr. Latin House?
It's the holiday season, so whoop-dee-doo and dickory-dock. Don't forget to hang up your sock, 'cause just exactly at 12 o'clock he'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney, down. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday, while the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you. It's the holiday season,